bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Quickly on the line. Tying it on. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some leads.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's on. They can rely on this guy. Pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Just like we expected, this whole crowd getting involved right from the start. Pulls it in. It's Barney. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Cornhuskers headed quickly to the line.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around. And you
Snags it, and there's running room. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second and goal.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
These fans raising the volume on second and goal. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And his defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, second and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the third down.
They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at third and goal. Tight end finds a soft spot, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Husker!
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd
They'll start on the ground with Durham. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense. Wrap them up, get them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll go right back to it. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all of the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Dropping back, it's Levin. Oh, no! And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They punted away on 4th down. Hauls it in, looking for space. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few drives, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. With the last drive in for a touchdown, they'll try to do it again on this one. They got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Right back to him on the ground. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. And the Huskers are in the hurry-up. Run inside. It's on. Plows through the defense. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
The Huskers with the 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Oh, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Looking for a man. It's Calandria. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Hauls it in. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
The Cornhuskers look to keep this drive coming. Wide receiver going in motion. Unloads. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down line. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Barney. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, He's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
They want to run this quarterback. They didn't get a push at all on that one. There'll be no gain on the play.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. And the Huskers racing to the line in the hurry up. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and he'll be brought down.
This is a defense that we know takes tons of pride in stuff. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to whittle a fourth down stop. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. And he will score! Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
And that's his second receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game, and he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. And he'll just take a knee in this time. We'll start at 25. Will run the offense out onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score. He's going to let it go. Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the right side. Huge gain.
Yeah, I think if you're an offense right there, you're thinking, oh, if our defense can stop it. They couldn't do it the last time. We're down a lot on the score right now, so we need to score touchdowns every time we have the ball. That was a big play for them, but they got to cap this thing off.
Back to throw, it's Levitt. Oh, he loves to
make the catch.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Here's a give to Durham. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
And so far early in this game, and you've got to be impressed with this defense and the physicality and then stopping the run. You could tell it's a priority for this defense. They're up there. They're close to the line of scrimmage. The ground game right now not going, and the defense is dialed in on it.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Throw to the end zone, picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Really tough on an offense. Third and long, it's tough to, you know you're passing the football. They know you're passing the football. I'm going to rush the passer. I'm going to drop back deep, make you throw the ball underneath. But, you know, quarterbacks also want to force that football and try to get that first down. He does there, and that's why he creates the turnover.
Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Complete to start this drive. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. To the 48, no need to measure. It's a first down.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
The Huskers will have it first and 10. Down.
That's a great-looking run there. Nebraska's had such a great lineage at running back. When you think back to the great Roger Craig or Amon Green, Lawrence Phillips, or Rex Burkhead, they always seem to be pumping somebody up into the NFL. This guy has a chance to play on Sunday because of his skills.
Off the RPO, complete. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Second and long. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Barney. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down,
oh, he's got some room, headed to the goal line, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Nebraska!
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd, man, and they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Fielded in the end zone. It's Berry. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking downfield, it's Clevin. Pressure coming. He's open on the right. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stops and it'll be first down. They've been steamrolled so far in this first half, David, but maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
Right, and I like you got the first down of the drive. So maybe you can build on this now. I would play with some tempo, obviously, closer to halftime here. Maybe create some momentum, get a score here, and cut into this thing.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate, easy throw. I can tell you these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good third down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you wanted. Like the interception, the turnover. Good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm. Playing at home, and they want this crowd stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Might be calling a hot route. The give to Caden Durham. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. LSU right back to the line. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be fourth down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense. Knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. To the air, it's Calandria. Bought a little time, lets it go. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Third and 6 yards to go. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Using the back of the receiver on the screen. They'll make the stop. About a yard short of the first Timeout call by LSU. That's their second. They'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Cornhuskers will call on their punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Very little will make a crowd roll before a punt return, and he rolls it to their feet on out. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. To the air on first down. Here's a heat. He rifles one deep down the right side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive player right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And that's a big shot. That's a big incompletion. But this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Back to throw, it's Levin. Here comes the heat. And it's a sack. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, welcome into our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. We begin our wraparound with Clemson taking on the number 9 team, the Michigan Wolverines. And it's the Tigers looking for a second win after the opening week loss. So far, so good. They lead this one in the first half. And as we check in on these notable matchups this week, we're reminded just how meaningful every week in college football truly is.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece, and this is Coach speaking. Very simple. I score. I can't stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive every time.
It's going to have to be. I think the mindset offensively, we're probably going to have to score every time. Because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Wants to fire on second down. Throwing right. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be third down.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion. Going deep. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
And how about this defense? Really answering the challenge so far today. This offense, you've seen like last week. I mean, they can throw for touchdowns and big yards and big chunk plays. Defense has answered the call, played the deep ball well, played discipline, making this offense really earn everything they get.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up the big return. So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. Running inside. It's Ives. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Stop it. defensive coordinator's list, making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Calandria. Got a big ball up there and knocks it down incomplete.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Spits it out to the back. It's complete. Still running at the foot. Makes the catch and he's free. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
And the Huskers getting set on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Nelson. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. From the gun, the give, looking for room. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
I think coming into this season, they thought, we're going to have success. We've got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break the seal.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. It is perfect, and that will extend their lead even further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll bring it back looking for help. And the returner is stopped. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good... Snags it and he's open. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble.
That's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. The give to Caden Durham. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the 1st down.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the line. RPO game's been a problem.
Motion from the wide receiver. The play action fake. Bring in the heat. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
You can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the late in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive. They've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
On third down, here's Durham. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up fourth down as this defense makes a play.
And I think one thing people don't take into account is not all fourth downs are created equal. Like, right, this is a shorter fourth down. You're on your side of the field. You're down. You're trailing in the football game. So I think this offense might have to...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. They're throwing for it on fourth down. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly. So you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better. Right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
The Cornhusker offense is out and ready to go on the attack. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Motion from the wideout. The run inside. It's Nelson. Tackled there by the defense.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
It'll be 3rd and long. To the air, it's Calandria. Unloads to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Nestled just inside that right upright. And now the lead is even bigger.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. He'll start this drive going to the air. He'll try to do it himself. That's the way to get it out of your own end. Takes it all the way up to the 25 before going out of bounds.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
And man, this whole crowd has grown frustrated with what they've seen from this offense. I mean, they just haven't put drives together. They haven't been explosive. And another incompletion, and the clock is ticking. It's running down. They've got to find a way to create some big plays, to create some momentum, and get these guys on their feet, yo.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Hey, there's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable. especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
He's got his man. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
And that's a nice job by the offense. Now, I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. This time, it's the running back turned wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the formation and really making the defense make a decision.
Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Leaves it with the back.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Makes the grab. They get it down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One final period to play, and we'll see who can grab that W as we start the fourth. So first down will open up the final period. Looking for a man. It's Levitt. Under fire. Hit as he throws. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback of this offense. You got a great game played all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think they're going to have a chance to bite on the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
I would not want to be the offensive coordinator right now. This offense has a hard time completing the forward pass and making plays. And now you're down, and they know to rush the passer. They know the pass is coming. I'm not sure what the answer is because this offense is just struggling in the passing game.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. Nice move there. Maybe some room here. Attack! And he slipped through the crowd.
This offense finally gets something together and gets on the scoreboard. It's not over yet, but this is a good sign, man. They got the positive momentum. See if they can build on this, even though we're in the fourth quarter.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, and they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Well, trailing by as much as they are here in the fourth quarter, no big surprise. They're going to go onside kick, and obviously their opponent was ready for it. They hop on the football, and they're going to ice this game.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Quick toss. They'll make the tackle, but not before he's got enough to move the sticks and has this defense's head spinning with the option. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They're going to ride this running back. And he's swallowed up immediately. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
This offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Running inside, it's Nelson. Playing off the defender. And he showed off that stiff arm for a nice pickup on the play.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Touchdown, Husker! And the pummeling has started.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So they take over with great starting field position, moving 36 yards. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Coming out with it, it's Berry. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. He has taken the entire length of the field, end-to-end, coast-to-coast, nationwide with a touchdown.
Yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking that in the end zone, making a huge play.
And he makes the extra point. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
And listen, you start to get desperate, right? Late in the game, it's in the 4th quarter. You know, I got to steal a possession somehow, some way, and you got to pull the trigger and kick an onside. Something you feel good with. They tried. Unfortunately, they failed, and this game's going to get difficult now even more down the stretch.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Right back to the well. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration. The defense quickly calls the timeout, trying to save as much clock as possible with 1:57 left. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football and they turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
This is so majestic. Exactly what you do. Continue to go for the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Gotta look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
Dropping back, it's Levin. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Got it down the field. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play there inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure here that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Another hit on the quarterback all day long. This defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy. And because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football. And that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Off the RPO, fullback looking for the change. Touchdown, LSU!
Nice job on the offense coming down the field, putting the 13 quarters or slow down a couple possessions. You still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go there and get warmed up. You need an onside. You need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
Let's get weird. This is exactly what they need. They needed something to happen. Now 2 possessions, fourth quarter. Gotta make it happen. Onside kick team comes through.
So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. To the air, it's Levin. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
You gotta love what you've seen from the defense in this game, too. They knew coming into this one against this quarterback, being as talented as he is, they were going to have to be really good in coverage on the back end, and that's been the case all game long. They have never let it be easy for this quarterback.
Rushes on him, and he never had a chance. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Fires to the wideout. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Here's a throw downfield late. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football.
start to build some momentum. So this squad got a good win today.
They sure did. They put the rest of college football on alert with that huge win. And for the team losing, they've now got to be able to turn the page. They got to go back, do some soul searching, because they're a much better team than what they showed today.